My cousin killed himself. I have no idea why. Um, I only have one memory of him. We lived close for a bit. He was kind of off in another neighborhood, relatively close to mine. Um, I remember biking towards his house. He said to leave before he does, saying, "I will catch up to you." And that's what he did. By the time he caught up on his inline skates, he commented on how slow of a biker I was. And that's it. He killed himself. I remember when I heard the news, and I was apathetic because just par for course. The amount of people I had known that killed themselves beforehand within my peer group was substantial enough for me to just consider it another casualty. At least, at least he wasn't close. But I think that was the problem. I've a, the only picture still left of me up in my home is when we were playing together as toddlers. Something happened to him, and I have no idea what it was. When I questioned my dad, he simply responded he was depressed, as if depression isn't a response to some horrific things that have happened. He killed himself. And by coincidence, sitting on the porch, and by coincidence, just looking away from this because I don't want to look at myself, I see my inline skates. And by coincidence, I just happened to fall upon the exact same sport he, from what I've been told, was into. And it didn't hit me until much later. I put in over 1,000K in less than 3 months. Since I overdosed last year, almost a year on the dot. My goal was to be able to effectively handle and control these acute psychotic episodes to just stay alive, just keep my head above the surface. I received no help. My my sisters told me to kill myself. Sister told me to kill myself. Older sister Simone. In fact, that's an abbreviation. She said something along the lines of, "You've tried to kill yourself so many times, you even fail at that. Do everyone a favor and get it right." I might just do that, Simone. I'm scared of my life from you. and you took my dog. And you think I am the one in need to apologize for things I've apologized for, for things I've suffered for. And what of you? I hope when I die, you carry the weight. I went back to my family home because I had nowhere to go and the hospital was just a fucking joke. Um, I was made homeless shortly after. My cousin took me under his wing. My cousin, who I was unofficially under, cousin being the tenant, and my uncle being the landlord. The same uncle whose child died. And from what I heard, he is far from no blame. Considering he has a background in social work, it's not all that surprising. Um, my older cousin Isaac turned out to be a cocaine addict. He regularly had uh, like dishes, white powder, I assume it's cocaine, brass knuckles, baseball bats. The guy was a fucking shithead. He's a fat lard who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He knows how to take orders. And I was stressing from the start. I'm gonna need time to figure this out. They gave me no time. And the cocaine addict, fresh off his lines, went crazy on me. And my uncle defended him. I got video evidence and I sent it to these people and they defended the cocaine addict. I was made homeless. I got picked up. I'm not sure. I am at liberty to say by whom just yet. Things have been fraught, frantic. On a technicality, I've been homeless since the beginning of the year because I wasn't signed into the papers on an appropriate time scale. By the time it was to be done, I was going crazy. I had been failing at the very basics to just keep myself alive. I barely eat. I barely do anything. Sometimes I can't even get up out of bed. My goal was to effectively deal with these acute symptoms, and I was successful. It was just that my focus was too hard on that itself. I trusted people, I brought in people, and they fucked me over. I've had no one. Come to think of it, practically my whole life, I've had no one. I don't really think my parents did enough. In fact, this is normal. I'm not the only one. What of everybody else? What of the next generation who is gone, who is going to go through what I've been through from the start? iPad babies. My addiction to technology crippled me, and it only started like when I was in my older childhood years, let alone being born with an iPad in your hand. Like I'm not the only one. For every how many other people are out there like me? Not even like me, just in similar situations for whatever reason. You cannot say I didn't try. Because I've tried harder to give a shit than most of you will ever do. And for all my achievements that go unnoticed, it's the trivial small mistakes that start up all the attention. I guess I got a sight of this in school. When you acted well, behaved, you were left alone. If you acted out and misbehaved, I feel as if, one, I've made mistakes. Many, many bad mistakes. Before I was making these mistakes, I was already trying to kill myself. My computer is saying I need more memory. It's meant to be from the start. I don't think there's much avoiding it.